The first story was sent in by someone who said they used to enjoy long drives late at night. Quiet highways, open roads, nothing around for miles. Until one night, everything changed. They were driving on a rural highway after midnight. No traffic, just the sound of their tires on the asphalt and a faint hum from the radio. About 30 minutes in, they noticed headlights in their rearview mirror. A car was following them. Not unusual, they thought. Maybe someone heading the same way. But as the minutes passed, the car stayed exactly the same distance behind them. Not overtaking, not falling back. They felt uneasy. They tapped the brakes lightly to see if it would pass. It didn't. They turned on the radio, louder this time. No change. Then something even stranger happened. The car began flashing its high beams at them. Long bursts, pausing, then flashing again. Not in anger, not to signal for help, just flashing. Heart racing, they exited the highway at the next exit and pulled into a gas station. The car followed. They watched from behind the pumps as it circled the station, lights off this time, then drove away into the darkness. When they told the attendant, he said something chilling. "We've had reports of people seeing that same car for weeks. No one knows whose it is." The second story came from a woman driving back from a late shift in a neighboring town. She was tired, eager to get home, and the highway was completely empty. Out of nowhere, a truck appeared behind her in the rearview mirror. Not close, not aggressive, but something about it was off. She noticed the driver wasn't moving his hands. The wheel didn't turn. The truck followed her perfectly, even around curves. Her anxiety spiked. She sped up. So did the truck. She slowed down. So did the truck. She wanted to pull over, call 911, anything, but she felt frozen, like some part of her mind was warning her not to look back. Then she finally glanced at the side mirror. No driver. Empty cab. The truck kept pace for several miles before it disappeared into the night. She never drove that route alone again. The third story was from a man who was returning from a camping trip. It was late and he was on a highway known for being empty after dark. Fog rolled in thick, reducing visibility to barely a few meters. He was halfway home when he noticed someone walking along the side of the road. A man, thin, wearing dark clothing. He slowed down, thinking he might offer help. But as he passed, the man didn't move or react, just kept walking, perfectly in step with the car's motion. Uneasy, he accelerated, trying to put distance between them. The man stayed in step. Heart racing, he glanced back again. Gone. He exhaled in relief, only to see the same figure standing on the median ahead, arms outstretched like he wanted the car to stop. He slammed on the brakes and swerved, narrowly avoiding the figure, which vanished before he could process what he saw. The fourth story came from a couple driving cross-country late at night. They were on a stretch of highway where gas stations were sparse and rest stops rarer. About 2 hours in, the car started acting strangely. Engine stalling, briefly, dashboard lights flickering. They pulled over onto the shoulder. As they stepped out, trying to figure out what was wrong, they heard footsteps approaching from the highway behind them. Nothing visible yet. Then a shadow appeared, tall, thin, moving erratically. The couple got back in the car, locking the doors, and tried to start it. It wouldn't start. The shadow stopped just at the edge of their headlights. Then it slowly crouched down and vanished into the darkness. They finally got the car running and drove nonstop until morning. They later learned others on that highway reported seeing a similar figure walking along the road, disappearing whenever someone tried to approach. No one knew who it was or why it appeared only at night. Since that night, they never drive that stretch alone again.